morning everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button, please do subscribe. I'm here in my flat in Rochester. Good morning, it's a Tuesday morning, I hope everybody has a great day. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte faced off against the British and Prussian forces by a little farm in modern-day Belgium. I don't want to give away the outcome, but you could say that he finally faced his Waterloo.
Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 8:10 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Tuesday the 18th of June.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 15 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 11 degrees.
Alexa, what is the humidity?
At the moment, the humidity is 78%.
I feel really hot in here. Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why couldn't the pony sing? Because she was a little hoarse.
And Alexa, whose birthday is it today? Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include English singer-songwriter and composer, bassist of the Beatles Paul McCartney, Scottish actor Richard Madden, Italian actress and filmmaker Isabella Rossellini, American talent manager and businessman Scooter Braun, and Italian footballer and manager Vincenzo Montella.
Alexa, how old is Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney is 82 years old.
For younger people that might not know who Paul McCartney is, he was in the group The Beatles, very famous group, and John Lennon was shot dead. He was assassinated. Another member of the group The Beatles, John Lennon. Alexa, who killed John Lennon?
Mark David Chapman assassinated John Lennon in New York City on the 8th of December 1980.
Tell you what. So it is Tuesday, so let's try and start Tuesday with a smile. So today I'm going to do a puzzle. Alexa, puzzler.
Good morning. Welcome back to Puzzler. With Puzzler Premium, you unlock the ability to try lots of new crosswords each month, anytime you like.
You have rewards waiting. We're offering a 7-day free trial to our 9x9 crosswords. Do you want to take our special offer now?
No.
Would you like to hear more?
No.
Main menu. Would you like to play your daily crossword or hear the high scores?
Daily crossword.
I'll hand over to Alexa for the first clue. Happy puzzling.
Encrypted. 5 letters.
Alexa, coded.
Exceptional.
Large group of people. First letter. C. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, crowd.
Next clue.
Many a time. First letter. O. There are 5 letters.
Alexa, next.
Okay, we'll skip this clue.
Went by car. First letter. D. It has 5 letters.
Alexa, drove.
Went by car. First letter. D.
Alexa,
It has 5 letters.
D-R-O-V-E, drove.
You're 50% complete. Here's the next one.
Same as before. D. Blank,
Alexa.
blank, blank. O. 5
Alexa,
letters.
ditto. Alexa,
The clue is
ditto, ditto.
On to the next question.
move in time to music. D.
Alexa,
Blank, blank.
dance.
Great. This is your last clue.
Many a time. O. Blank. T. Blank.
Alexa, clue.
Okay, here's a hint.
Alexa,
F.
often.
Hurrah! You've got all the answers.
You did it in 2 minutes, 3 seconds. This was your 40-second fastest time for daily crosswords.
Main menu. Would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
High scores.
Would you like to hear the daily or premium high scores?
Daily.
You're currently 889th on the daily high scores, with a time of 1 minute, 4 seconds, 243 milliseconds. You are 0 seconds behind your nearest rival, Rapidly Dizzy Sea Dragon. Would you like to hear the daily high scores again?
No.
Main menu. Would you like to hear the high scores, open shop, or exit game?
Exit game.
Goodbye.
Check out the highest rated voice games. Just say Open Yak Yak Games.
So guys, I actually finished a crossword, which sometimes first thing in the morning I can't do, but I have actually finished one. So yeah, good morning everybody. Last night I came home and it was really hot in here last night. It was absolutely boiling. I had 2 or 3 fans on. And like I said, I've been playing Royal Kingdom on my phone, which is a great puzzle game itself. I like puzzle games, and I like puzzle and quizzes on the television. So I just occupy my time by playing puzzles and trying to tax my mind and quiz myself and keep my mind active. It was really hot yesterday evening, and last night I didn't sleep very well at all. It's boiling in here. I mean, you can feel the coolness outside, but inside this flat it feels like a sauna. When I go up to my mum's, her flat is cooler. Cool. I think it's because I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's really, really warm. So that's it really. I went to bed a bit later than I usually do because it was boiling hot. And then I found I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning. And I've got up this morning and I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee in a moment. Sort out my pets and then start the day as I usually do, which is taking Max for his little walk of the day and try and keep a smile on my face, you know, in these difficult times that we're all in. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
So she can spend more time on that flower wall.
QuickBooks can save you up to 8 hours a week, so you can bring your vision to life. That's how you business differently. Intuit QuickBooks.
Customer service matters. Octopus Energy, recommended by Which 7 years running. Octopus Energy, outstanding customer service at fair prices.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast on LBC.
With Vauxhall, drive cleaner with the new Vivaro electric van.
18 minutes after 8, let's come to some of your, I haven't done any of your text, tweets and emails. Let's start chronologically. Let's look at the one In the first hour, the story we looked at, which is the idea of Rachel Reeves talking about some form of closer deal, trading deal with the European Union. Alfie in Wallington says this is akin to Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner have already been on one knee. Now they want my country to get on both knees to the EU with a begging bowl. It's a degrading and it's an affront to our national history. Same subject, Mike in Crawley. I voted to leave and I'm old enough to have voted in the previous referenda. Plainly, my idea of Brexit differed from others. I believed in free trade and movement, but objected to the increasing federalisation of Europe. Excuse me. Many standards in health set by Europe benefited us and should have been retained. I did not vote to allow a narrow section of society to introduce a Dickensian view of employment, health and welfare. I believe those who have sought such have thrown away the benefits of both being in the EU and being out. Practicality dictates we must have relations with our nearest neighbours. The skill will be in establishing them. And on the subject of Nigel Farage, Paul in Leicester, coming to you in just a second. Mick in South Devon, all these so-called financial experts saying reforms, tax reductions and cutting of government waste doesn't add up. Where is their evidence? It's opinion and it's hearsay. Farage is doing well, let's smear him, is your thrust there. Well, in fairness, the Institute for Fiscal Studies would not get involved in that, although, again, I have to say they have been critical of all the manifestos as they've been delivered, but I think they're a fairly unimpeachable organisation, Mick. Let's get your voices on the radio. Paul's in Leicester. Well, we certainly know some of the reform ideas, but they don't seem to add up. How much does that matter? Good morning.
Yeah, Mick Farage came out with some great points, but talk about the other manifestos and that fairyland. What building houses, 1.5 million. The most important. Most of built in the last 50 years, still $100 a year. There you go. That's straight away. But some of the things he was saying was what we were thinking, I was thinking, people are now thinking 20 years ago, that this is what the new people who come into the country, who have to take a job, 5 years for benefits. Jack Straw used to say that, and then they're saying about, well, they're the legal ones. Do you think our system's broken down since then? It's just having morals. I wouldn't expect to go anywhere else without having an idea or swinging in front for a pet there. It's just so, it's just that.
Isn't it all? I hear what you say, Paul, and indeed Nigel Farage would seek to cast this as the immigration or migration election. Are you confident that the Reform Party across other key issues such as health?
Well, it's not just coming across as that. I think it's the thing with the 20,000 tax thing. I think that's a fantastic idea, It's going to lift a lot of people out of tax.
But yes, it
would. It's got to be radical. It's got to be radical, isn't it?
Yeah, but the financial experts are saying it's unaffordable.
Yeah, but say that, but then it's all been budgeted. All of the say for that. What does that really mean?
Well, it comes back to whether you believe anything that's put in a manifesto or a contract with the people. How important?
Well, he's going to put, he knows he can't get in. He's looking to get a foothold, and then it's going to be interesting to see what the exit polls are at 1 minute past 10 on that Friday morning. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, it'll be 1 minute past 10, of course, on the Thursday night, and then into the Friday morning. But you're absolutely right. 2020-0001, i.e. 1 second after 10 o'clock p.m. Boom, the polls will be out, Paul, and a lot of people will be watching. Paul, thank you for that. The line was a bit dodgy, so we might move on, although we will come back to that conversation and go to another story. There's also featured on some of your front pages, and you've heard on the LBC News Bulletin. And this is acting legend Sir Ian McKellen rushed to hospital last night after falling off the stage during the performance of his new play. He's 85. He was starring in Player Kings in the West End in London when he stumbled during a fight scene. He was taken to hospital after losing his footing and falling. The extent of his injuries are unknown, but eyewitness Charlie Johnson was one of the theatre goers last night at the Noel Coward Theatre. He told LBC what happened at the show.
So Ian started screaming. He was screaming, "Help me." It became pretty apparent that something really terrible had happened. Everyone was taken out to the front of the venue. I saw some people crying. Clearly people had come from far and wide to see this great English actor perform. So I think people felt, a great deal of sadness, shock.
Let's turn to Alex Wood, who's the managing editor at What's on Stage. It's a theatre news site. Now, let's start with the production first. I understand you've seen it. How taxing, how demanding is it? Tell us a little about the role he has to play.
Oh, well, Ian's definitely pretty much on stage throughout the show. He's got really a pivotal role, so it's basically a truncated version of the two Henry IV plays that have been mashed together. So Syrian is basically, there front and centre throughout.
I'm looking at still photographs, Alex. He's in modern dress, though, isn't he?
Yes, he's in modern dress.
So where is it set? What's the theme of this one?
It's kind of a sort of a contemporary take on sort of the themes and the ideas of Henry IV. There's no specific period that it's set in, but it's kind of commenting on contemporary society and the way that leadership is sort of inherited. Relatively abstract production, I'd say.
Now, so Ian enjoys a lifelong association with Shakespeare, doesn't he?
He does, yes. I don't think he has really stopped. Anytime anyone thinks it's his last production, he always just seems to conjure up a huge new one. So, the man is relentless.
Have you interviewed him about... I've got to note you've interviewed him many times. Have you interviewed him about this?
I have not interviewed him about this production, but I was talking to him, I think, earlier this year about Frank and Percy, which was a new play that he did at the Other Palace in London. So, when he's not doing Shakespeare, he's also supporting new writers and new plays across the country.
This is an 85-year-old man. Does he ever rest?
I like to think he's almost like the Springsteen-esque, when he stops performing, that's when it all ends. So he just keeps going because it's what he loves the most. And, I think that there's something that when someone finds their passion and they just want to do it, then they can't be stopped. It sounds as though, from the fact that he's making a really solid recovery, he might even be back on Wednesday matinee, from what I'm hearing.
Well, this is incredible. That's what we've picked up with so. We have to say, unfortunately, if you have tickets tonight, you're out of luck. But watch this space. That would be extraordinary. An 85-year-old man effectively belly flops into the audience, and he's back a couple of days later.
Honestly, I think he's theatre's greatest rock star in a considerable number of ways.
Now, what happens is there an understudy? I've just thought of that. Will there be the show tonight?
I'm not too sure about whether or not the understudy will go on. I can sort of I've been talking to the associate director, but yes, there normally is an understudy for Syrian, just in the eventuality that he can't go on. Although I would say his attendance record compared to some of the shows is pretty stellar. I think he is as a rule of thumb will never not be on, because he knows how important it is for audiences to see him, and the fact that, as one of your callers said earlier, people travel from afar to see this man on stage, and he does not disappoint.
Okay, lastly, you've been in a desperately fortunate position. You've interviewed him a number of times. Does he give a good interview? Is he good fun to talk with?
The moment that you put a camera or a dictaphone next to Syrian, he lights up, and everything that he says is absolute gold. I mean, he's an ardent professional. He's been doing this for a very long time. He knows exactly how to give you the best answer you can imagine. Honestly, I can't imagine a better interviewee. And he's got so many wonderful stories. As you can, some of them are probably more sordid than others.
I bet.
But he is a fantastic interviewee, and obviously wish him very well.
Indeed, absolutely. Alex, I have enjoyed our conversation. Thank you. Alex Wood is managing editor at What's on Stage, who's interviewed Sir Ian McKellen on multiple occasions. Just to say, right, my colleague, you do actually check. It's a double negative. Don't not go. Or don't think, well, we better not go, because obviously if they put an understudy out, you're not going to get your tickets back. So you need to contact the theatre. We don't have, to my knowledge, I don't think they've paid any official now. All they're saying is that they hope, good Lord, they hope to have him back for tomorrow's matinee. We wish him a speedy recovery on that. All right, let's come back to the conversation. If you, of course, I'd love to hear from you, if you're in the audience. Obviously, he's chilling. One person says, well, yes, he says actually that's exactly what he is. It was chilling to hear the cries of pain. We wish him a quick, speedy recovery. Right, let's talk a little bit about this. What in many instances, as some people see, these manifestos that are nothing but lies, and the reform offering, which is fantastic until possibly you start to drill down to the actual details. Alan says reform. They want taxpayers who can't afford private health insurance to subsidise people who can through tax breaks. It is comical. I don't quite remember saying some of that. Kevin in Durham, no fan of Nigel Farage. Some of the lies he told to get his Brexit deals through. Why on earth are you giving him airtime? The man should be locked up for what he did to this country. 350 million for the NHS, Turkey's accession to the EU, reducing immigration, ease of negotiating trade deals. Kevin in Durham could go on. 8:28. David's in Edinburgh. The reform contract. How does it strike you? Good morning.
It's a load of rubbish.
Tell me why.
Well, he, in 2016, he bought Brexit with immigration, and that was his calling card. He talked about, remember that disgraceful campaign with Turkey, saying they're coming over, with him standing below the poster.
Which he subsequently admitted was a mistake, but go on.
Yeah, okay. So Brexit's happened, Brexit's not working, and now he's back, and now he's playing the immigration card.
Well, with some success, it has to be said.
Well, yes, but at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, you know, what matters?
I like listening to Nick Ferrari on LBC Radio, amongst other radio stations I listen to. I'm an avid listener of music, so you'll often catch me listening to the radio for the music, not so much the adverts, but we all have to bear the adverts, don't we? And some of these adverts that crop up are usually at the wrong time, like they advertise roofing when your roof is bust. They advertise the dentist when you know you've got tooth problems and stuff like that. So sometimes adverts can be annoying. I hope everybody has a great day. See you later.